What's going on, everybody? Got another new little video for you guys.
What the hell goes on?
Well, I'm sure you guys remember this is my son, Gage.
What's up, y'all?
The man.
The man with the plan.
This is our rebirth
Hell yeah.
of the D&G show.
The rebirth of the legend, wait for it, Dairy D&G show.
What?
What?
Dairy.
Legend, wait for it, Dairy. Legend,
Oh,
legend.
jeez.
Fool.
Alright. Well, anyway, this little episode right here is going to be a little bit, I don't really want to say controversial.
It's
our
different.
personal opinions.
It's different from our usual videos.
Yeah. We're not here to try to make anybody mad. We're here to stress our own opinion about certain films.
Certain shit sandwiches.
Exactly. These are films that we personally felt were shit sandwiches. I pretty much agree with every pick that's been made in here, and I think Gage disagrees with maybe one of mine. But, like I said, we all have our own opinions, and we're entitled to it. So, we're going to get this started. This is shit films, in our opinions. 10 of them. 5 from me, and 5 from Gage. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
After you.
Alright. I have 3 remakes and 2 sequels. Okay? And my very first pick of a shit sandwich, which a lot of you already know because this movie's been out for quite some time. This is the remake to Poltergeist. Alright. The original Poltergeist is an absolute classic. There was absolutely no need whatsoever to remake this film. One of the things that makes it a shit sandwich is that it doesn't have... Oh shit, I can't remember her name. Tangina. There's no Tangina character. Instead, it's a con man like ghost hunter, sort of.
Guy with a TV show.
Yeah, dude with a TV show. The little girl's name is not Carol Ann. I don't know if they did that because they were afraid of the old poltergeist curse on the movie or whatever, but they changed the entire name of the little girl. And then scenes were just rushed. The film was fucking rushed. First of all, they put the clown scene and the tree scene in the same, all in one scene. The tree didn't even try to eat the little boys, hanging them up. It's a fucking terrible, terrible remake. This has got to be one of the worst remakes I've ever seen since The Fog. It's a fucking shit sandwich. I got nothing else to say about it.
Man, how you about to just disrespect the movie like that and throw it?
Because I don't give a shit.
Oh, but if I threw it, you'd have been like, hey man, don't throw my movie.
Yeah, but at least I threw it on something soft.
Man, fuck that movie.
Alright.
Next up, for my first pick, I got Annabelle. When this movie was announced, I was pretty excited about it because I'm a pretty big fan of The Conjuring. I thought that was one of the best ghost movies that's come out in recent years. This movie not only failed to live up to my expectations, but it came so short that it couldn't even jump off a trampoline to touch the bottom of the feet of my expectations. The whole movie is basically a doll moving in different spots that you don't see, and a chick hearing noises in her apartment, where there's maybe one single scene where you see anything supernatural related. You know, it's just boring. It's like an hour and 40 minutes of a chick looking at a doll move from different spots. Like, oh, it was in that chair, and now it's sitting in that chair. Oh my god!
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's just, it's weak. That's all I can say is it's weak.
Especially coming from James Wan.
Yeah. It was an atrocity compared to The Conjuring. And so, That's what makes it one of my shit sandwiches.
I will state Annabelle Creation was better. Much better. Big improvement. Alright, my second pick is a remake of a cult classic. This is Blood Feast. This is a remake of Herschel Gordon Lewis's original Blood Feast, which I believe was made in the 50s, I think. It might have been the 60s. Anyway, this movie here, the editing is choppy as fuck. The acting is terrible. Now, mind you, it does have some good gore. And by no means was the original Blood Feast a masterpiece. But it was groundbreaking. It was innovative. It started the gore for horror films. And this movie here, to me, was a fucking slap in the face. It didn't even really show homage. I mean, it's the same premise. It's a guy that worships Ishtar, kills people to sacrifice them to the gods. But it's so bad. It's so bad. It jumps from one scene to the next. Sometimes you don't even know what the fuck is going on. It's very hard to even pay attention to. It's just...
There's a lot of pointless scenes as well, where it's just like...
him walking around a night gallery.
Yeah, he's a security guard in a museum, and it's just him twirling his flashlight around and looking at exhibits. Like, why is this in the film?
Yeah, there was no reason to even have that stuff. That's why I said the editing is pretty bad. There's a lot of shit that could have been taken out of this film, and there's probably a lot of shit that could have been put into this film. But I don't recommend you guys watching this film, but you all have your own opinions, so if you feel like watching it, go ahead. But I don't recommend it.
Whack.
Yep, pretty whack.
Man, stop throwing my goddamn movies.
Alright.
Next up on my list is The Cell with Samuel Jackson and John Cusack. The trailers for this movie made it look really good, and it started off pretty decent.
Yeah, it really did.
I did like the story of it. It was a little brutal at first, but some of the big things about it is it's very confusing. There's a lot of questions that kind of go unanswered in the movie itself.
Well, really, what exactly was it that happens?
Well, there's this signal sent out to all
cell phones
devices, not just cell phones, but like TVs, radios, all of that.
Oh, yeah.
And when you hear it, it kind of makes you go mad. Kind of like the movie Mom and Dad, but not just parents. Everybody goes mad.
Yeah. And
they basically start killing anybody that doesn't have this madness. And
are they kind of like zombies?
Yeah, they're kind of like zombies. Well, down the road, you know, Samuel Jackson and John Cusack are surviving, and John Cusack's looking for his wife and his kid, I believe. And the ending is ridiculously stupid.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
It was possibly one of the worst endings I've ever seen in a film, and it ruined the entire movie for me.
The climax it destroyed the whole movie. It's like we were into it almost all the way through, and then the last fucking 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's fucking goddamn so god awful.
The last 20 minutes pretty much have you sitting there saying, "What the hell is going on?" And they never really answer it. Well, they do, but it's like a really shitty answer. So, shit sandwich.
Yep, pretty bad. Alright, my next one is a sequel, and it's fairly new. It actually just came out. It is a killer shark film. It is Deep Blue Sea 2.
Good God. This movie.
Alright, at first I thought it was going to be alright because it looked like they were using practical sharks. It's kind of like the first one. You know, it's genetically engineered sharks. They're smart. They're controlled by a little device. There's like 5 of them, but there's like one that's a leader. They're controlled by a little device, but they start growing smarter and smarter and learn how to escape their little cell or whatever. But anyway, this is people that are trapped underneath the ocean in a what is that called that they were in?
I don't know. It's like some type of laboratory.
It's like an underground lab. in the ocean. They're trapped in there.
Underwater lab, you
from the
uncultured swine.
Well, I said under the ocean.
You said underground, under the ocean.
Well, same.
Man, under the ground is under the dirt.
All right, so they're trapped down there, and the sharks are basically surrounding the thing, and the leader tries to break in, and there's a flood inside of it, so the laboratory starts flooding. And you find out that the leader was pregnant and had babies and gave birth to these baby hybrid, genetically altered fucking sharks. And that's when the movie gets fucking stupid.
Oh my goodness.
The fucking baby sharks is sci-fi CGI, which I can't stand.
They make squirrel noises.
They make fucking noises, yeah, like little rodents.
Yeah.
I couldn't, in the fucking water. Oh man, some of the acting in this was bad, and then
it was very predictable too.
Yeah.
We could predict the next scene before it even happened.
Yeah, there were several times where we said exactly what was going to happen, and it fucking happened. Please avoid this, but there's a lot of people that love cheesy killer shark films, so you might like it, but if you're the type of movie lover like me and Gage, no. Fucking garbage.
Can you throw one of my goddamn movies again? I'm throwing you.
Alright, what's your next one? This is going to be a long fucking video, dude. Oh, man.
So, I don't know how many of you know this about me, but I'm a total comic book nerd. I'm a big Marvel fan. I'm somewhat of a DC fan. And I have thoroughly enjoyed most of the superhero movies that have come out recently. This one is most definitely not one of them.
This is Russian, right?
Yes. This is the Russian film, The Guardians. This movie's trailer made it look pretty damn kick-ass.
Oh, except for the CGI wolf. It looked pretty bad for a little bit.
Wasn't he a bear?
Oh yeah, it was a werebear. Yeah, werebear.
You know, it's kind of exactly what I would expect out of Russia. One of the main things in their trailer was a giant werebear with a fucking minigun. So, that made it look pretty cool. And I was expecting it to be decent, actually. And then we get into it, and it starts off okay. You get to see a little bit of cool action, and then slowly it degrades.
Like the villain looked like a fucking villain from a 1980s superhero
He looked
movie.
like the Bane from the old Batman movie.
Yeah.
He was big, bulky, like styrofoam looking muscle and shit.
Yeah, but he didn't have a mask.
No mask, he was just bald and ugly. Kinda like you.
Fuck off.
Anyway, the CGI was pretty terrible once we actually got into it. The heroes
The heroes were actually cool.
two of them. Two of them were...
The dude with the swings, the guy that controlled the rocks.
Him and the fast guy were cool, and then the other two were straight rip-offs.
Yeah.
Because...
Invisible Woman.
Yeah, there was one chick who was invisible, and the other guy was a rip-off of a Marvel character who also happens to be a Russian werebear. What a surprise. Anyway, this movie altogether is a cheap, pale imitation of Marvel. They even have an organization.
An orgasm.
Man, shut up. They even have an organization that's a straight rip-off of S.H.I.E.L.D., and it's the Russian counterpart, supposedly, called SWORD. And it's awful.
And this is put out by Shout Factory too, by the way.
It's awful. The climax to the movie is terrible.
You know what really makes this movie stupid? Is that they build up these fucking superhero characters. They make them look like they're badasses, and then when they finally go into fight and battle, they get their asses handed to them every fucking time they fight. They are straight up bitches. Straight up bitches.
And one after another, the bad guy just beats the hell out of all of them.
And I don't even remember how the fuck did they kill the bad guy.
I do remember, and it was very stupid. But,
terrible fucking superhero movie, terrible.
I've had better climaxes on the toilet than this movie. So, if you're a fan of superhero movies, I'd suggest staying away from this at all costs. It's straight trash cans.
Yep. Alright. My next to last one is another remake. This is a remake of the classic French horror film Inside. Some of you people might disagree with me because there are some people out there that don't like to watch a lot of foreign horror because they don't like to read subtitles. Some of them prefer a more watered down American remake. Okay, I'm a huge fan of the French horror films, alright? So I went into this with expecting a shitfest, and it's exactly what I got. There are a couple scenes in it that are similar to the film. But if you know Inside, Inside doesn't end on a happy note. It's fucking sad. It's dark. Okay? This film is exactly what I thought America would fucking do to it. They watered it down. Here's some spoilers, and if you don't want to hear them, I guess mute the video. But I don't suggest you see this movie anyway, especially if you're a fan of the original Inside. The end of the fucking film, the girl does not die. The killer fucking kills herself, basically, and lets the lady have her fucking baby. And it ends with them fighting in a fucking swimming pool. Oh, it's so fucking bad. And wasn't there a scene where, like, she left? She fucking left in a car and was driving and got into a car accident. And all of a sudden, she's still right in front of the fucking house she was at?
Yeah. She drives for like 20 seconds and she's like...
And driving fast. Wasn't driving slow. Crashes, and then she walks a few feet and fucking... It's the neighbor's house that lived right across the street from her. Wow. This movie is fucking... Oh my god. It even has the scene where she's reaching through the bathroom door and you think that's the scene where she's going to get her fucking hand stabbed with the fucking scissors. No, they don't do that. If you hated Martyrs, remake of Martyrs, sorry, not the original Martyrs, you're definitely going to fucking hate this one. Now this one is not as bad as the remake of Martyrs, but it's fucking up there. This is a complete shitfest and I am completely ashamed of buying this piece of fucking shit. Alright, here we go.
Alright, here, starting from here out, my picks are going to be pretty controversial in my last two.
Our last three, actually.
Yeah. So, if you disagree,
that's
alright. We're all entitled to our own opinions.
Yeah.
My number 4 shit sandwich is It Comes at Night. There's a lot of people that really like this movie. They say that it has dramatic undertones and that it's got, what's the word? I can't think of it.
Metaphors?
Metaphors. That is...
Which we do see the metaphors in the film.
Like, a lot of people will claim that if you don't like it, it's because you don't get the metaphors and you don't get the symbolism and all of that, but,
No, we got it.
I understood the symbolism just fine. The symbolism is that toxic masculinity tends to ruin society, which is pretty true. But the movie itself was so bad, so boring, so slow.
Yeah.
And
there's a reason why it flopped in the fucking box office.
Like, don't get me wrong, the acting was pretty damn good, I thought. There was some scenes that I did enjoy, but the movie as a whole was not good. I actually looked forward to seeing this in theaters because they made it look like it was this thrilling horror film in the trailers. And
keeping it a mystery, making us think maybe it was like a creature feature or something.
Yeah, like some type of infection film, which it is. But they don't show the infection other than the beginning. You see one infected person, and then they kill him immediately.
Yeah.
Before he can do anything.
It involves two families in the film. One family that lives there, and then another family shows up, or a guy shows up and brings his family. And then it's like mistrust after that.
Yeah.
And a lot of things going on with the son. And it's just a fucking garbage-ass film, in my opinion.
Yeah, even the synopsis makes it sound like there's some type of creature going on or like some type of external threat, but it's really not. It's an internal threat, and it's very slow, boring, and the climax is
it's bad.
It's predictable.
Yeah.
You know, you could see it coming from a mile away. From about halfway through the movie, I knew it was about to happen. So, Yeah, that's why I consider It Comes at Night to be a shit sandwich.
Alright. Sorry if you guys are offended by this video. We're not trying to offend anybody. We've already said that. This is just our own personal opinions. Alright, now my next pick. I know a lot of people like this movie. I'm a huge fan of the series, but this one just didn't do it for me. Victor Crowley.
This is the one movie on his list that I do disagree with, because I didn't think this was a shit sandwich. I don't necessarily think it's as good as the other ones, but I don't think it was a terrible movie all in all.
Alright, my personal opinion, I kind of felt the Hatchet series kind of went downhill as it went along, but I still liked it. I still enjoyed it. The few things that I hate about this film is, one, the setting. They're stuck in a fucking airplane, crashed airplane, and it's Victor Crowley trying to get them, to lure them out, or him trying to get inside to kill them. It's the only real setting throughout almost the whole movie. The second thing I didn't like was the overuse of the comedy. Now, don't get me wrong, I know Hatchet does have a lot of comedy. This one tried to be funny, and it just fucking failed, man. None of the jokes in it, to me, were really funny. And to be honest, everybody liked fucking Doofy from Scary Movie in it. And he, to me, was fucking annoying as hell. And the whole...
Was that the
head dive into the fucking engine, dude.
the actor?
Yeah, the tour guide.
I liked him.
Oh, man, I couldn't stand him, dude. The only person I liked him was... And then they don't even give Tiffany Shepis any fucking justice in this movie. You know? I mean... She gets killed in every movie she's in, but come on, man. The lack of gore and not gore, but like the creativity of the kills was lacking in this. It wasn't as creative as a lot of his other kills in his other films. There was one kill in this film that was fucking awesome. I will admit that. But other than that, they were just like, oh, mediocre, man, compared to the other Hatchet films. Do you not agree with that?
Yeah, I'll agree.
But, and then there were some parts in the movie where his mask didn't look right.
Yeah, where it looked very rubbery.
Rubbery and fucking cardboard, kind of. So, I'm sorry if you guys enjoy this film. Personally, I didn't like it. Gage liked it better than I did, but I thought it was absolute shit. And that's because I'm comparing it to the other Hatchet films. But that's it. That's my final shit sandwich fucking movie. Alright.
Come on,
now
man.
for the finale.
How could you hate that movie? It's got Q in it.
Oh yeah, Q from Impractical Jokers. He doesn't last long though.
He lasts a decent amount of time. He lasts longer than some people.
Alright.
This is probably a little more controversial than my last pick.
And I'm in total agreement with this. And I know several other people that agree with this as well.
When my dad bought this movie, everybody was raving about it. We both expected it to be something very good, something thrilling and exciting. It was none of those. Just like It Comes at Night, it was very slow.
It was fucking boring.
It was boring. There was very little payoff.
Oh, the dialogue, dude.
The dialogue was terrible. The acting wasn't all that good, and
the dialogue wasn't really terrible, but it was like an old English Gaelic form language, and it's hard for us to fucking understand. So the best thing they could have did was at least give you fucking subtitles so you can understand what the fuck they're saying.
Calm down.
I'm fucking serious, dude.
This is my pick, man.
I know.
Let me rant.
But it's okay. You go.
Yeah, he pretty much just said everything I wanted to say, so...
No, you can say it too.
My pick is The Witch. This movie was... It failed to live up to its expectations like a lot of the movies I've picked for this video. It was predictable. I saw the ending coming a mile away. It was boring. The payoff was very weak compared to what I just sat through. It's like 2.5 hours. No, it's 1.5 hours.
The baby disappearing, the girl trying to find the baby, something going on with the little boy,
something going on with the other two little kids. It's. I mean, I understand that it's like supposed to pay homage to the Salem witch trials of the 1600s. That's kind of what this is. I don't want to say loosely based off of, but that's what it resembles. And the whole witch hunt thing where you can't trust anybody. But it was weak sauce.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck. Straight up.
Amen.
This is our opinion, and I know a lot of you out there like this film, but in my personal opinion, it was a fucking snooze fest.
Yeah.
It was so boring. The end of the movie was kind of stupid with her floating off into the fucking sky with the witches, and oh man. And like I already said, the fucking dialogue, we couldn't understand half the fucking shit they said. There was times I think we had to actually rewind and try to listen again and try to decipher exactly what the fuck. It was the main guy too, right? The fucking main guy had the hardest fucking... Yes.
Because his voice was so deep and scratchy.
And yeah, I couldn't understand what he was fucking saying. It's like, you could have at least gave us fucking subtitles, which there probably is some on here. We probably just didn't click subtitles.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Because it didn't change the fact that we both thought it was an absolute fucking shit show.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it. I fucking hated it.
I think this is, out of all my picks, this is probably my least favorite. That's why I saved it
it's
for
mine
last.
too. It's mine too. And I'm glad you picked that one. So, we could stress our opinion about it. But that's it, guys. That is our shit sandwich episode. We're going to be coming back with some more episodes. But you happy to be back, dude?
Hell yeah, man.
All right. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit it with a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you don't like it. It's fine. Just, if you want to, debate with us, please be creative and constructive with your comments.
And civil.
Don't do the trolling thing, because it's just, I won't even respond to anything like that. But you guys all have a great day. And like I said, this is just our personal opinion. But love, peace, and hair grease, you guys.
Deuces.